guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is a beginner's guide for periods. So it'll tell you everything about what periods are, how long they last, all the questions answered in this video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on my Instagram and Twitter. So the very first question that comes to your mind is, what are periods? So periods are basically a release of blood from your uterus through your vagina. And in simple words, it can be explained as when you see blood in your down there area, that means that you have gotten your period. Now, next question that comes to your mind is, why do periods occur? Why do I need to have periods? A period is when a woman's body releases tissue it no longer needs. This tissue comes from the uterus, which is where the baby can develop in the female body. Every month or so, the uterus lining gets thicker to prepare for a fertilized egg. The woman becomes pregnant. If the egg doesn't get fertilized, that lining is released from the body as blood through the vagina. This monthly process is called menstruation or period. So basically, when you don't get pregnant, you just have your periods, and that means you're not pregnant. Question that comes to your mind are, when do periods start and what age do they stop? So periods start around the age of 10 to 15 years. It can be a little lower, it can be a little bit higher, but this is the average range. So for me, my period started at when I was 15 years old. Now I know girls whose period have started when they were 11, when they were 12, but it's different for everybody. Periods for some women stop when they're like 50 or maybe 60, even 60. So it's different for everybody, and the rough age is around in your 40s. What product do I use during my periods? So basically, the most used product are pads, which you have heard of, I'm sure. Then you also have tampons, you have panty liners, you have menstrual cups. So I wanted to introduce you to PSafe's reusable sanitary pads. Now, PSafe is India's leading hygiene and wellness brand. Now, these pads are made up of breathable fabric, which gives you a safe and comfortable period. They do not cause any itchiness or like rashes, which the usual plastic sanitary pads do. And if taken care of properly, these pads can last up to a year. Inside of this box, you get 3 regular pads and 1 overnight pad. Now, what I like about these pads is that they are washable and reusable. So you can just like wash it up and clean it up, then use it again. It has high absorption capacity to save you during your heavy flow days, and these are economical in nature because you just have to buy them and they last a year. It has a powerful soaking layer, easy bendable wings with buttons for sealing the pad, and the anti-drip front layer. It's very easy to use these pads. You just put them on your panties like usual pads, then you just like button them up like this at the back. And once you've used them up, what you can do is you can just soak and wash them properly and dry it in direct sunlight. Now, once it's really nice and dried up, you can use it again. These pads are so comfortable to use, and they are very like sustainable, which is something that I really appreciate in a product. I'll leave the link to this product as well as PSafe's website in the description box below, so make sure that you check it out. And thank you so much to PSafe for sponsoring this video. Next thing that comes to your mind, how long will my periods last? Like, if they just start, they'll just like what, last a month or what? No, your periods are going to last 3 to 5 days. Again, it can be a little bit higher, it can be a little bit lower, but the average like days that periods last are 3 to 5 days. For me, it lasts 3 days. Initially, when my periods started, my periods lasted for 5 days, but as I grew up and my cycle became a little bit regular, my periods started to happen only for 3 days. I know some people who have their periods for like 2 days, and I know people who have their periods for 7 days. So it can be a little bit different. When you're younger, your periods will tend to have a longer cycle, and as you grow up, it can become a little shorter, like it happened in my case. So don't worry about it. Now, the next question that comes to your mind is, do periods actually hurt? Like, are they as bad as people talk about? The answer is yes. Periods do hurt. You have like really bad cramps. It can differ from people to people. I know some girls who don't have any cramps at all, but for myself, like, I have really heavy cramps. They are really bad. You can invest in a hot water bottle, which is basically a bag in which there's like some sort of gel or something, which you can plug it in and it heats up. And once that's done, you can just put it onto your tummy. It feels so good. I'm not even kidding. So you can use that, and that definitely helps a lot during your periods. Now, the next question is, how do I know that my periods are about to start? So for the very first time, how can you know that your period is about to start? For me, it was like I was having really bad like cramps before my period starts, so that's when I know my periods are coming. It can be different for every person. So what most girls go through is PMS, which is premenstrual syndrome, in which your breast gets sore, you get pimples on your face, you have so many mood swings. At one point you're angry, the next you're just like, I don't know, it's really weird to explain, but PMS is something that you know that yeah, your periods are about to occur. And I know like almost every girl has PMS too. My sister has the like worst mood swings ever, so I know that her like period is about to start, so maybe I can comfort her a little bit. Now I have heard many people say that you should not talk to periods about like to boys and to men. Well, you definitely can. I talk about periods to my parents, to my grandparents. It's totally cool. Like my guy friends know about it, so it's all right. And even if they don't, like you can tell them to educate themselves, or you can tell them like what periods are basically, and they'll be totally chill about it. So it's still a stigma in India that periods are bad and you should not talk to people about it, but definitely. So to feel more confident about yourself during a period time, you can watch my period playlist, which is right here. It consists of morning routines, period hacks, and so many period videos, my personal period story time, so you can check it all out. And I think that will really help you in like making yourself a little bit more confident and talking about periods more, because it is such a taboo in India. Next thing is, there are many myths connected to periods. And are those myths true? Well, those myths were made in a long time ago, and they were made to ensure like women's safety in some sort of way. So basically the thing where a woman is not allowed to go in the kitchen, or they're not allowed to go to like places of worship, that's like just a myth. Nothing of that sort happens. Like you can definitely go wherever you want. Now why that was made was so that women could rest instead of like working and going to like temples and stuff. But people have some sort of like connected that into like, I don't know, bad happenings and stuff. So nah, that's nothing. It's definitely a myth, so you don't have to like fall for it. You can definitely rest on your period day, take a day off. Like I know how hard it can be. I have the worst period cramps ever, plus like my tummy like just aches. I have like nausea. I have to vomit out stuff. I can't eat, so it's really bad. But I know everyone's period experience can be a little different, and every reason for resting in periods is valid. So there are also like a bunch of questions that people ask me. I am 15, my periods haven't started yet. My periods have started too early. I'm only 7 years old, and my periods are just not stopping at all. Like they have been going on for more than 7 days. Well, if these things are happening to you, then you should definitely consult a doctor, which is a gynecologist. Now gynecologists are doctor made for like women's like problems. So basically any like fertility problems, or like vaginal issues, or like infections, periods, like breast problems, so things related to women, pregnancy and stuff, they will help you out in that. So go and consult a gynecologist. You can ask your parents to do it, or you can just do it online. There are so many like apps and websites which can help you. Basically consult a doctor, because they are professionals and they know what they're doing, and they are the best way that you can get yourself some help. So that is all for this video. I really hope that you learned something new and this video helped you out even just a little bit. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on my Instagram and on my Twitter, and I'll see you guys in my next video now. Bye.